When it comes to watching birds in Toronto, there is perhaps no more popular spot than Tommy Thompson Park. But in recent days, if you look a little closer, there's something rare hanging out here.
It's just one of the most beautiful ducks I've ever seen.
For Jack Alvo, who has been birding for 40 years, it's been a bit difficult to contain the excitement recently.
Among birders, people they've been flocking down here to see this bird.
Alvo is talking about a certain duck that's been spotted here.
The head has blue and yellow and orange, and it's, again, just really stunningly beautiful.
What you're seeing is called a king eider, and it's not just wowing enthusiasts.
The most interesting reaction is when I've shared it with people who are not birders, and they just say, wow, how can I see that bird?
There's usually one or two out of tens of thousands of ducks that utilize the Great Lakes every single winter that shows up somewhere on the Toronto lakefront.
Toronto Region Conservation Authority bird specialist Shane Abernathy recently highlighted the discovery on social media. And it's not just because of what it is, but because of where it's typically found.
They're a very pretty, very showy duck that usually breeds up in the very, very high Arctic. And they're unusual to spot here because they're a oceanic one typically, so they'll usually be overwintering out in the Atlantic Ocean.
So how did it get here? Well, that's not exactly clear. There's speculation this might be its second winter in Toronto. He says there are four main pathways out of the Arctic that draw king eiders in during winters.
Birds don't like flying over open water, so they congregate on peninsulas. And they rely very heavily on stopover habitat to build up the fat reserves they need to continue their journey. When birds are arriving here, they're very often running quite literally on fumes and have pushed themselves near physiological limits,
making Tommy Thompson Park an attractive spot to see birds.
Because it has a variety of habitats, over the course of the years, more species of birds have been seen here than anywhere in Toronto.
If you want to try to see the king eider, you'll need to hurry.
It's a rarity. It's something you don't see every day. By the time a lot of this ice recedes, it'll probably already be preparing to, if not have already started migrating back north to the Arctic.
We'll have more on this at citynews.ca. At the Portlands, Nick Westoll, City News.